And welcome back to MadWorld. We were just talking about shitty jobs. But Jack has a shitty job too. Murdering everybody in Vatican City.
Difference is he likes his job.
True, but I mean, the plot involves him having issues with the concept of Deathwatch. Hard to believe a guy like that has morality, but it's in there somewhere. As noted, the plot is very confusing.
Second game goes into it a lot more, but it's kind of an alternate reality take on the game, so...
Right, yeah, it's very hard to draw lines between MadWorld and Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah, everyone's more or less the same character, but there's some big differences between them.
Yeah.
Especially with characters like the Black Baron. Jesus.
Isn't he called the Blacker Baron in that game?
Yes.
So he's essentially a different dude.
Yeah, well, in multiple reasons, but we'll get into that later.
Interesting. I'm interested in playing Anarchy Reigns, and one of my frequent contributors wants me to check that out as well, so perhaps I will.
It's a lot of fun in short bursts, but if you play it, don't play it for more than a couple of hours, because you will get burned out on it very quickly.
Okay, I mean, that's perfect for streaming. That's about how long I do play a game.
Well, once it all comes together at the end, because it's two paths and they join together for a third path, which wraps everything up. Really
Sonic 06 style.
Basically, yeah. Or Sonic Heroes.
Nice.
Jack, you're doing quite well. And
we watched this cutscene at the end of the last stream.
Which makes your client happy, I take it.
Very. And I dare say this is the perfect stage for you to take your game to the next level. What better
I mean, really, the cutscene has no bearing on anything. It's just 13 being like, hey, look at this new place. It's racist.
Whoever designed this dump is
everything is racist, and you're really good at killing.
Yep.
Between an amusement park and an ethnic stereotype.
Hey, whatever makes the audience happy.
Yes.
Kids love racism.
You see, it's not just about the blood.
But I do love how everything he says applies to both the people that he's talking to.
Yeah.
Little writing quirks like that I absolutely adore.
It is pretty neat. I don't know how his boss is going to take being told to quiet down.
You kill a few people, you get too big for your britches. It is weird.
I said stay back!
And then there's this scrawny guy.
This is a surprise.
You remember how many points a doc's worth? Nah, but those bastards in private practice are worth big bucks.
Well, shit. He's public.
He's an EMT.
Hospital ID.
So, why do you get more for private docs?
He's also got the only gun in town. Maybe you could
Yeah.
kill him and take it.
Who the fuck?
I mean, that's basically why...
It's a wimpy 22.
Yeah, it's a shitty gun, but it'll still save you for a little while.
I mean, it's a smaller caliber, but you still don't want to get shot by it in anywhere unarmored.
Exactly. I mean, that's how that, asshole from the Rogues in the Warriors basically took over the city.
Yeah. Fun fact, he was actually in Twin Peaks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, plays, I think it's Jerry Van Horn. One of the Van Horn brothers. Did not realize that until years after I'd seen both of them, and I was like, what the fuck, this guy is insane.
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors is basically all character actors from beginning to end. Here's your chance to talk about it. You've been watching that playthrough. Probably very frustrated that you can't get your voice heard.
Yeah. I'm sitting, you'll be mentioning something, and I'll be sitting there like, it's this!
Because I don't know jack shit about the Warriors.
It's one of those films I keep watching every couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really a fan, but there's something about it which I always find really interesting.
I think the movie is fantastic. It's one of the better examples of 70s filmmaking.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a cut above your average exploitation movie.
Totally.
And it's very loosely based on, I think it's the Odyssey.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's a story I'd never heard before, but apparently it was a historical event described as the greatest adventure in human undertaking of all time.
I can never remember, like, pretty much the only Greek myth along those lines that anyone knows is, like, the Odyssey, and that's about it. But I remember it being explicitly based on some legend, which is why you've got characters called, like, Cleon and Ajax.
Yeah. What the hell have I got here? What the hell has this guy got here, I mean?
Oh, I think those are fireworks?
Yeah! That's it.
Maybe fish. Hard to tell.
He exploded. One way or another. He's gone.
Explosive fish.
Yep. I'm sure there's enough marine biology that those things exist.
Oh, more than likely. He's full of really fucking weird things.
Yep. I don't even need pills. I haven't been hurt yet.
Jumbo pills as well. It's a 3-pack.
Yep. I'm ready for anything. And so is the Wang Bang bus. God damn.
I don't really need to make any jokes about that one, do I?
They make themselves. That's the thing about this game. You really don't need to make innuendos. The game's already gone further than you could hope to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember this being a real pain in the ass to do.
The camera doesn't like it.
No. This was not a game designed for any kind of platforming.
No, certainly not. The jump is very awkward. Ow. I'm being dumplinged. There we go.
Yeah.
I'd like to get that torso back.
Can you pick up the torsos?
I'm trying, but it's not letting me. Maybe it's because it's on the belt. But there's so much meat going to waste. As a vegetarian, this offends me. If you're gonna kill something for food, you gotta eat every part of it. Every last eyeball.
With some types of sushi, they don't use every part.
Yeah, because some of those parts will kill them.
Yeah, some of those parts will make you die.
Yeah. There's just a guy spinning out the window. Guess I'm not gonna worry about him.
Don't think he's coming back.
Hope not. And some soda in that guy's face. Deadly soda. Oh, we got... Oh, I tried to finish him,
I don't know.
and he touched the blades.
Yeah, the dim sum doesn't do much, does it? It's just like a spare tire or something.
Yep. Those dumplings look delicious, whoever they are.
Silent bow.
Yep. Spread the love. What was the sushi orb? Why did I get that?
This stage you need to pick up 3 orbs
Right.
to get to the next area.
I forgot that was a thing. Yep. Yeah, just below our
Yeah.
Deathwatch challenge. Yeah, we sort of blaze through the first few levels. Then they make them way, way more complicated.
Yeah, this is where the game really starts. Like, I think one of the reasons why I think this is one of the weakest levels as well is because it's much bigger than the others, and there's a lot more screwing around to do things.
True.
Whereas, by and large, I feel like the game's at its best when it's just like, go here, kill people. Here's lots of ways to kill people. Fundamentally, it's a very shallow game, but I mean, you can get through it in like 3-4 hours, so it never really outstays its welcome.
Oh, yeah. I would say they probably should have spent more time in the dystopian Vergen City area,
Yeah.
and they would, like, earn their way into this mess. Because, I mean, it sort of paints a bad picture of the game.
Yeah. It also doesn't help that one of the early stages is an auto-scroller, which you can do in like, what, 4 minutes?
One of our orbs is inside the dragon's mouth. I don't think I ever got it the proper way the first time I played this. Get the hell out of here. Turtle's got one too. Oh, there we go. Climb the dragon, get the orb.
You never got the chance to show off the giant fuck-off kukris, which they called daggers last time.
There we go. Do like air combos with them.
Yep, you should have a charge attack, I think it is.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Pirouette. Disarm everybody.
I can't remember how it is you do it, but you can basically do a tornado spin with them.
Yeah, if you keep swinging, just go wild on the Wiimote. You don't stop.
Absolutely fun, but it will murder your wrists.
Yep. Not the most accessible game in the world.
Nope. Oh, there's a meat grinder in the room next to you as well, don't forget.
Yeah, I'll probably feed that. Never enough dumplings. Oh, speaking of, they've delivered some more. What the? That's not what I wanted. I wanted the man.
Murder!
There's another guy. Looked like he whirled... Yeah, he basically did whirl himself right into the meat grinder. Genius.
Synchronized grinding.
Yep. If you must become meat, might as well bring a friend with you. There we go. Finish him.
Yeah. Pretty sure you can hang the guys up on meat hooks as well.
There was a prompt for that. Yep.
Hey!
I don't know exactly what happened there, but that guy is hooked. I take the elevator. Yes. I believe this takes me up to where the turtle is hanging out. Or a beetle. A big beetle man. Guarding the last orb.
Surprisingly agile for how... Oh dear.
Yep. Mickey Rooney just was absolved of all sins.
I don't know, have you seen Silent Night, Deadly Night 5?
Like most people I've met. Blocking me. Oh, he's got half pipes, so he can get out of here. If he so chooses. He's got one of these things, which requires the utmost in shaking technology. Oh, he won. Because I missed the final QTE. I've just noticed I have limited chainsaw fuel, although it does regenerate constantly.
Yeah.
There we go. He stopped being wrecked for a while there.
Oh wow, he is taking you to the cleaners.
He might be slightly taking me to the cleaners. Have some dumplings. They did not save me. He's right on my tail.
Oh.
Technically a sick dodge.
And this
Oh,
is
he killed me.
the worst episode ever.
Yep. Shot for balloons. Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, I guess he had 1 HP left. So 1 punch and he's dead.
One punch, Jack.
Yep, Jack got so angry that he had been murdered.
And this is my least favorite bloodbath challenge.
Nice.
How you gonna lay the money
Black Baron's
down
most
to
favorite, though. Well, if I'm not mistaken, this one gets revisited way later in the game, too.
I think so, yeah. Or there's a variation on it.
Yeah.
Either way, I hate this game, and I regret every second I spent playing it.
Yep. Can't blame you. I've always said MadWorld is one of my least favorite games.
MadWorld was absolutely wonderful until it wasn't, and now I hate it forever.
That guy nice and turtly. Didn't protect him from the meat hook.
Too turtley for the Turtle Club.
Yep. I don't really need to go and play the game. I could just stand down here and ruin people. Does it show what the cutoff is? Or when we get to go to the boss fight?
Should do in the pause menu.
Yeah, that's a good call. Let's see. 50k? Is that it? It went away too fast.
Yeah.
It's probably 50k. We'll try the money shot. I mean, showing
you
off
should show it
purposes.
off at least.
Yeah.
But it's honestly, I always found it more trouble than it was worth.
Yep. It begins. At least we get the cutscene. Which is identical to the cutscene where it first emerged.
Well, I tell you how I lay the money down, pimps and players, but that'll be a Black Baron trade secret. Shit, I'ma give you a hint though, cause that's the kind of pimp I is. Take a bottle full of bub, shook up nice and tight, and pop that shit down a G's throat and take aim. Just be careful to aim quick, cause this bad boy's a 3-second man. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, baby? Oh, you want to see who was on the money tonight? All right, folks, she don't talk too much, but she about to take care of all of y'all.
Awesome racking her, though.
Come on now, baby. You know my ass is always...
Too soon.
Damn it!
So it's like the dartboard, but we don't get to aim with a baseball bat. We have to somehow aim with the soda pop.
Yep, the balls of fizz are very hard to aim. This one is 90% luck, and I can never get the hang of it. You just sort of fling them off in the general vicinity of where you hope they're going to land.
Yep, try and line them up. That guy went nowhere. We want him somewhere around here.
I think you can throw them afterwards to get some of the lower targets.
That didn't work.
That. As I said, it's basically sheer luck as to whether you'll hit anything.
Yeah. We might get no points at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pick them up and replace them. And line them up that way.
People do this perfectly, and I have no idea how. I'm fairly certain some kind of... Hey, one.
There's a hit, yeah.
I'm fairly certain some kind of supernatural interference was involved.
Quite possibly. There's a mod for the game, which is just good money shot. How am I supposed to get anyone up there?
I think if you shake the bottle first, they go flying further.
Okay, that might be worth a shot then. Well, that didn't help. Pretty well shaken. Keep grabbing the wrong goddamn person. Isn't there a prize for, like, killing all the targets on one specific cardboard cutout?
Yep. When you get all 3 on one target, then the target goes down and is replaced with another.
Okay.
I think you might get a bonus as well.
Oh, come on. That was so close. Just give it to me at that point. Somewhere right around here. Come on. How do I keep grabbing the wrong person, and how did that go? Well, we pleasured Jessica.
Good for her, I think.
Congrats, Jessica. Let's see how this treats us. Okay. Decent shot. Probably go for the one that's lying down, but that's a bit of a miracle shot.
Yeah.
Oh! Look at how accurate you have to be. I hit her thigh. I'll take that out of context, but...
Yeah,
well, I got
you
some
can see why I absolutely despise that one.
Yeah, that sucked. As noted, they do bring it back. Unlike most other the bonus missions.
I would rather do man darts than the money shot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Again, please don't take that out of context.
Oh, that appears to be an entire box of fireworks. Yep. And one exploded.
Also, I wasn't sure if it was the fireworks that were smoking or if you were on fire there. It's a bit weird.
Something happened. Something weird. Finally, some pills. And we're ready for the boss. So, yeah, doing that horrible challenge did pay off. We had the Ren.
Ren is another character who comes back in Anarchy Reigns along with her sisters.
Glorious. It's kind of too similar to that one, like, character from No More Heroes who starts as a boss and ends up being, like, basically your protege.
Oh, Shinobu.
Yeah, that's the one.
See, I think she was based on... there's a bunch of characters from Strider who are kind of Chinese dancers who use those 3-part poles. I think she was vaguely based on them. At least one of her sisters was.
Nice. And then Dante got one of those in Devil May Cry 5. Good for him.
God, that was such a fun weapon.
You get it so late, I didn't have much use for it, personally.
Once you actually unlock some of the moves for it, it becomes one of my favorite weapons in the game.
Nice. Yeah, I went through one loop and then I switched to Virgil to get even more variety. I gotta go back, because you get that weapon and another one very near the end of the game. Or, yeah, it's the same weapon, just in different forms.
Yeah.
They made Cerberus into 3 weapons. Dante gets, frankly, too many weapons in that game.
Yeah. Wasn't a big fan of the motorcycle. Cavalieri, I think it is.
Oh, yeah. That was one of my favorite weapons, so...
Don't know what it was, I just could not get to grips with it.
Something about chainsaws. I'm always going to be happy to get a chainsaw.
Yeah. And I think the hat was just more of a gimmick weapon than anything.
The hat really is, but it's fantastic for grinding.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I pre-ordered it, so I got like 50,000 red orbs, which was enough to pretty much buy everything out the shop.
Nice. Does kind of break the game, though.
Yeah, trying to limit yourself to only the orbs that you've got, you know, that you get during the levels is very difficult.
Yeah.
You can pretty much max out one character with the amount of orbs and brave souls you get right out of the gate.
That technically worked.
I mean, a win is a win.
Yep. As is a loss. But I've got extra lives.
She doesn't.
True. Keep missing my counterattack. God damn it. Okay, I gotta dodge more.
Yeah, she's fast in a way that you aren't.
Indeed.
Also, the camera controls being a bit on the slow side does not help.
Exactly, yeah. The camera screwed me over too much, so I'm just gonna hold C and hope for the best. Although if you're facing away from the character and you dodge into her. Okay. Got some action. Black Baron would be proud. Break those scissors. And break the screen.
That bloodstain will stay on the TV for the entire fight.
I think you can do this multiple times too.
Yep.
Whole screen
What something you saw in Wii games at the time? That kind of elements.
Because the Wii's pretty weak as a console. Barely any stronger than the old PS2.
Yeah, it was basically GameCube 1.5 in terms of computing power. Infamously so.
Yep. Damn it. We definitely got it now. I'll never regret those words. Oh, when the letters blink out of the neon sign, it doesn't spell anything funny.
Yeah, I was looking at that myself.
What a waste.
I was like, lie Asian tat? No, that's not.
Disastrous. Shinobi, of all things, has one of the best ones, and I forget exactly what it is. But you do an entire boss fight in front of a giant sign, and towards the end it starts saying, like, kill everyone.
I remember No More Heroes 2 has one, where Travis finally gets to sleep with Sylvia, and the hotel sign goes from No More Heroes to More Arrow. And then he comes out and pronounces downward fucking dog. Such a stupid scene, but I absolutely love it.
God. She blocks everything. She continues to block everything. There, we finally got one punch. I'm no longer in one punch mode, so... Oh! God damn it! That's terrible news, because that sends you all the way back to the beginning of the mission.
The lives are generous, the continues are not.
They certainly are not. Well, I did exactly the same thing the first time I played this mission, and can't believe I did it now, because that boss fight was right near the end, and as usual, she got super defensive right at the very end.
Yeah, I remember Rinrin being a real stopping point for me as well.
Yeah, it's a bit of a roadblock. This should be pretty brutal.
That should finish her off if you manage to do it.
Yeah, I would think so. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Now we just go for the finisher. gonna plant her back in there? Oh no, we're throwing her the other way. Into the big beetle.
Oh, yeah. Munchie.
That guy eats everything.
I remember being surprised at how gory that finisher was.
It's pretty gory. Like, it's animatronic, so she is a crunched up, chopped up corpse on the other side.
She is just smushed.
She wishes she was being digested. That is a less disturbing fate.
Oh, okay, so there is a second Asian town stage.
I believe there's even a third.
Oh.
Pretty sure every segment has 3 levels. If I'm recalling correctly. But it's been a very long time.
Why did you let him live, Jack? As those scumbags noted, a dead civilian isn't worth many points, but a live one is worth nothing.
So you want me to kill that kid?
I merely want to know why you did not kill him.
That kid was a doctor. He's
Do I need a reason
been to at least
kill
like 13 years of school.
I'm in this game to kill other contestants, not go hunting after some half-dead civvy.
Maybe you don't understand, Jack. This is a business. As long as you have a contract with us, you
Clearly,
are
you're some kind of
obligated
amateur,
to follow
Jack.
the rules.
Rules? Is there any rule here but kill or be killed? Look, if wasting a
No
few
littering.
doctors is gonna up my pay, I'm happy to do it. But don't you think your audience would rather see me paint the sidewalks red with someone my own size?
Of course, you are an artist, Jack. Go out and make us happy. Make your fans happy.
You are truly the Chagall of violence. Or maybe more of a Jackson Pollock, it's hard to tell.
New song. Let's go.
Save 3 geishas.
Interesting. There's one now. Clearly there weren't enough offensive stereotypes in the first section. So now we have ninjas kidnapping geishas.
I mean, that could be a game all in its own.
It could. They don't let it outstay its welcome.
Would have been.
Yep. I'm sure there are action movies about that exact concept.
Oh, more than likely.
Yeah. If there were more Rambos, I would have counted on him. Cover that exact territory.
Unfortunately, the furthest east he ever went was Myanmar.
What did I have here? Ooh, a pinwheel. I remember this one.
Thought it was a folding fan. Geisha Gilmore Girl?
It's exactly what I thought it said, but it's Geisha Glamour Girls.
Right! Because that would be quite the mental image.
Disturbing that we both went to that show that was cancelled, what, 20 years ago?
Something like that. Genuinely, all I know about it is that everyone that was in it went on to do some half-decent shows.
Yeah, it had a pretty good cast. The old joke about it is that the characters literally never shut up. Just constant flattering.
They did a revival like 2 or 3 years ago, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I do believe it came back very briefly.
Yeah. Like it only lasted like 1 season.
Yep.
I remember a few people complaining that I don't think Jared Padalecki was in it.
Oh, nice.
You know, the only one that had anywhere approaching a successful career afterwards.
Yep. Oh, all the guys who had their heads impaled just kept fighting me. Without my knowledge, I assumed they were dead. Big mistake.
If anyone's familiar with Hyperion,
like the snowy area.
oh,
The treasure chest in the bell.
that's disappointing.
Yeah. He did turn into legs, just sentient legs standing there.
You do a few more, and then you can have a line of backup dancers.
Here's something. I like this song a lot, but it also has the lyric, if you don't win, then you don't eat. Which is very funny in a game where the only way to win is to kill absolutely everyone else. So if you don't win, you're dead. Not eating is the least of your problems.
I know you were turning people into buns in the last area.
Yep. If you don't win, then you get eaten.
He's picturing Jack going, I'll have the vegetarian menu.
Oh, got your friend decapitated.
I didn't even know that could happen.
It's honestly, yeah, kind of news to me as well. Get on the damn spike. I want to finish my tree sculpture.
Hey, you dickhead, onto the tree of pain already.
Yep. It's slightly behind. There we go.
Yeah.
Now our bonsai tree is happy.
I don't know if that was a reference to Okami, but I like to believe it is.
Yeah, I could see that. I like that idea. Can't see new execution.
I forgot that was the finisher for the spear.
Yeah, somehow we spin the spear so fast it becomes a blender. That's talent.
Pain wheel.
Yep. Clever.
Thank ya, thank ya.
Thank you.
Hand right in the booty.
Yep.
It was his cybernetic hand as well, so...
Clearly that was
at least this...
entirely part of his mission. He was just getting her ass print.
Poor girl's just like, why is there blood all over my butt?
Okay, my spear's gotten a little heavy. Yeah, I'm not allowed to impale anyone else because my spear is full of writhing bodies.
Screaming shish kebab.
Yep. There we go, I cleaned it out. We have a 30-minute time limit. It's not telling me how long it's been. I'm Stangu. I'll just immediately impale him and be on our way. Yep. Okay, he survived impalement.
He would be in a strong minority.
Yep. And there we go. Now he's blocked.
The definition of a mid-boss.
Yep. He did not fare so well.
What if you can impale people on the Tengu mask?
That would be hilarious.
Oh, okay. Here's the human tempura.
I see. Let's get cooking. There they are. Delivery.
Thing is, it doesn't look terrible.
Yeah. I'd take a bite and I'm a vegetarian.
Just really like tempura prawns.
Oh. Don't want to double fry it. Oh, nice.
Ooh. Ripples. Should be able to roast them over the flames.
I agree.
Tonight we bring you a fireworks extravaganza, guaranteed to go up in the skies with all the powder and power we got. Oh,
You want the human s'mores mission, though.
Ah.
And don't we all, ultimately?
Nah, I remember this one not being quite so bad.
Maybe it just seems better by comparison.
Yeah. I mean, most things do.
Gonna make quite the buffet.
I think you only need 5 pieces, but this is basically a one-hit kill, so there's no reason not to.
Exactly, yeah, it's super efficient. So many over here.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you do get something for putting them all on there.
Yep. A balloon.
Ooh.
Another geisha. Exact same animation. There it is. Jack's still caught off guard.
You didn't try and kill me. This is weird.
Oh, a motorcycle.
Another thing that I don't remember for some reason.
Yeah, if I recall, this sort of is over quickly. Well, not the way I'm doing it. That's more like it. Yeah, he died instantly.
Wow.
That makes it kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
I think there's more. There's one now. And there's none now. Thank you, super violence. Oh, here's where our bloodbath challenge is. Guess we'll start with that.
Yeah, no reason not to.
Exactly. Might get us to the point threshold. I don't think there is specifically a point threshold. This is more about saving the geishas.
Yeah. This is the kind of treat only the Bishop of Blood and Carnage, the Black Baron, stops him. To light up the night, all you got to do is toss a motherfucker into a tube. Then it's only a matter of time before that ass gets tapped and kabloom! Shit be flying. You think it's the 4th of July?
He did not say kabloom.
Damn. Hey, come on, baby. No, you know I love you. Whoa. Ah, hell no! Here goes my code.
Phil, there may have been some improvisation going on there.
Maybe the slightest bit. This game's dialogue apparently did have quite a bit of improvisation.
Oh, yeah.
Especially those things we're not showing off.
Those wacky announcers.
Yep.
I think you need to get one guy in each tube in order to trigger the explosions.
At least 2 more.
Yeah. Do remember this giving you a lot of points, so.
Perfect. Beautifully synchronized death.
It's the little love hearts that really sell it.
Yeah. Yeah, those announcers we're not hearing. Always have a lot of jokes about the bloodbath challenges.
Yep, and they are so repetitive.
Yep.
Number of times Howard says he's going to shoot himself.
You get to hear every line in the game many, many times. There's a lot of them too, but it's never enough.
No. Like if they were going to do this now, the script for the announcers would probably need to be about 5 times as long.
Yep. Maybe that's why the levels end up being so short. Or like the segments, like they get you out of Arrogant City so quickly so that they can get some more variety in immediately so that the announcers have more to talk about.
Say so in chat saying, do you think the developers like Fist of the North Star? Yes and no, because that's one of those cultural touchstones for so many things like this.
Yeah, I was going to say, ultimately everyone likes Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, even if they didn't directly take inspiration from it, something they took inspiration from probably did.
Yep.
Like, when it comes to games like this, everything eventually harkens back to Fist of the North Star or Devilman. Just following a trail, like a dot to dot.
Yep. Follow the Red Blood Road. 4 left. That's so many. I'm getting so few hugs.
Thankfully, the game pauses when you're putting the guy in.
True. I think I missed 2 at the end there.
Yeah, I think it's 2 or 1.
Still got Genocide.
I would have said Genocide was above Madness, but you know, that's maybe a value judgment on my part.
Yep. It's like the famous line from 300. This is Genocide? No. This. Sparta.
Any Berserk references? Everyone loves Berserk references. Don't think there are in this game. I might be missing one.
Yeah. Only game I can think of with Berserk references it was Bloodborne.
Pretty much every FromSoft Souls-like.
Yeah.
The more recent the game, the more... There's one particular great sword, and you can actually, if you compare it across every game, it looks more and more and more like the Dragon Slayer. Like, by the time you get to Elden Ring, they've just stopped trying to pretend that it's anything but.
Good for them, quite honestly. Be your true self, Souls-likes.
Yeah. Usually winds up being one of the better non-magical weapons in the game as well.
I would imagine it would have to be.
Yeah. Usually the stat requirements for it go up and up as well.
Yep.
So, you know, it starts off needing like 15 strength to use it, and like by Elden Ring's like 35 or 40. It's one of those ones I keep thinking, should I use it again? But
This feels like you've done that, right? Been there. You don't want to play the same game over and over.
This time round I'm using katanas.
Yeah.
Just for a change.
Every time I've seen a Let's Play of Dark Souls, they always use one weapon for the entire game.
Yeah.
They get one they like, and then that's it.
With Bloodborne, it was more understandable because I think there's only about 12 15 weapons in the base game.
Yeah, and every weapon is 2 weapons, so you still get a lot of variety, even if you dedicate yourself to one.
Yeah, so you really can take, say, the Hunter Axe and just take it right the way through the end game. I think I started off using the Hunter Axe, then I think it was the you get a short sword that turns into a great sword. Use that in the mid game, and then the Moonlight Great Sword for the end game.
Nice.
So still using like very strength heavy weapons, but oh wow, that was some tortured Japanese. Can we call them fucking weebs when they're actually from Japan?
It's a tough call. Like, they're actively trying to be racist against themselves in this level.
Yeah. That anyone else feel really uncomfortable?
It's
I am not going to make any jokes.
Oh, we're on to the boss fight. Why are there more enemies?
Yeah, this is
boss.
very etiquette.
Exactly, you're breaking your own rules here, game.
Okay, did we get the third geisha already?
Yep, I got 3 smooches down there.
Yeah, I thought so.
I know this is the boss arena, I don't remember that much. For no reason, I gotta kill everybody. And everybody's killed.
Got a health up.
Yep. I did need it. I feel like that might not be a traditional Japanese weapon.
Unorthodox.
Oh, never mind. There's Japanese writing on it, so it must be.
Ah.
I was wrong.
Does it say Yamaha?
Maybe.
It's a Dead Rising 2 weapon. Yeah, it's the paddle saw 2.0.
Little one.
They never subtitle the bosses. They don't like us understanding what the bosses have to say.
I think him and Rinrin are the only ones I've had anything to say so far.
Yeah, I think like the gay cowboy had a line or two, but certainly not much.
What was his name? Tiny also said something as well.
Yeah.
I think it was just like "sucks to be you" or something. Nuts.
I feel like I'm probably better off not using the spear. Keep myself locked on and actually dodge the extremely dangerous chainsaw attacks. And then respond in kind.
At least he's got a long recovery time between strikes.
He really does, yeah. Does not take much damage. Yeah. Always interrupt ourselves in order to dodge. Animation canceling, very important.
Got said the chainsaw arm.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already got a cannon in there. What's a chainsaw? And a crossbow, for that matter.
Not a good trade there. Oh, that was my chance to respond. I know that now. When he roars, get ready to counter. There's the roar, and there's the counter. That's one of the easiest tells I've seen so far from one of these bosses.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What if Platinum Games made a Berserk game? We would know true happiness in the world would be at peace.
I mean, Platinum has gone downhill a bit. They're no longer unimpeachable.
Yeah, well, Babylon's Fall. Like, I know a couple of people who, you know, like, worship every game that Platinum have ever put out, even stuff like the Avatar game. And
Interesting.
they did not have a kind word to say about Babylon's Fall.
I never even heard of it. It's that unsuccessful.
Yeah, it was a live service game.
Oh, God.
Yeah, live service, beat 'em up, I think it was. With some action shooter type elements. I never played it simply because the idea itself sounded like completely pointless.
It does sound like a bad idea. But if they executed it poorly, that's even worse.
Yeah. I think it was kind of like The Division in that you could play it single player, but it was really designed for like having half a dozen people in your party at any one time. Of course, it has to be a rooftop battle in the snow.
It's certainly cinematic. Bit anticlimactic.
That was lacking.
Yeah, you'd sort of want them to run at each other, and then for there to be a screen freeze, and then one of them falls in half.
It's the shink while someone in the background goes, woo, and then he falls over.
Yeah, it seems like Platinum's been on a bit of a downward spiral since Star Fox Zero, was it called? Whatever that Star Fox game is.
Yeah, it was Star Fox Zero. I forget, did that come out before or after Wonderful 101?
Fairly certain it came out after.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
In that case, yeah.
Yeah, Wonderful 101 definitely would have been a bright spot in the dark times.
I've got Bayonetta 2, but I've never actually gotten around to playing it, mainly because the Switch controller is not suited to those kind of games at all.
Yeah, I've got Bayonetta 2, and I think it sucks.
Wow.
It's definitely way worse than the original.
Have you got it on the Wii U or the Switch?
I got the Wii U one. Which might make a difference, but I don't think they redesigned it any for the Switch port.
I wouldn't think so, no. Because the Switch controls are basically the same as the Wii U one, except for the giant screen in the middle.
This guy is, Jack? He's the one asshole. Get it? One asshole to rule them all.
Wonder how Bayonetta 3 is going to turn out, but it doesn't look good with all the hate on various social medias.
Oh, yeah, with the former Helena Thomas something?
Yeah, whatever the hell.
Yeah. She had some points in the voice actors are woefully underpaid.
Yep.
And then just completely ruined them with everything else she did.
Yep.
So they realized the price of power is blood.
I mean, she totally pulled a Guy Seehee.
Oh, yeah.
Because Guy Seehee was right, but he was breaking his contract and ruining multiple games and being a giant asshole.
Yep. I think the term is oh god,
what's this all about, huh? What fate does it decide? You telling me an entire city and
basically like that? Yes, they were a victim in this, but you're also being insufferable about it.
Right. Like, voice actors should be paid more, but it's a port of an old game. You're not doing any work at all.
Yeah, right for the wrong reasons, essentially.
Yep. He'd be right if he was talking about a different game, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was talking about the one game that ever made the mistake of hiring him.
You're a gardener.
You're a talented man.
Yeah, because after that, I think he only got like a handful of voice acting jobs, and it was literally voiceovers for videos on YouTube.
That sounds about right. I always said it was good casting, because James is an ugly American who, like, can't deal with the terrible actions he's committed. So he's gone into a state of denial. And that's Guy Seehee in a nutshell.
Yeah, Guy Seehee is basically, the world is changing and I don't like it.
Yep. So, on to, I think, just the boss fight here? Let's see. With a man who's torn tigers in two and broken bears' backs. I should probably specify why I don't like Bayonetta 2. Which is just that the combat ended up so simplified, it felt a lot like Devil May Cry 2. It really is that simple. The levels were less inspired, and the combat was way simpler and worse. So I really couldn't explain to myself why I was still playing it, and then I didn't play it for much longer. I didn't finish that game.
Yeah. I know a few people that absolutely adored Bayonetta 3, but from what I saw, the combat was, again, kind of dumbed down.
Big time, yeah.
You never, like, the game keeps giving you new weapons and skills and abilities right the way up to the end without letting you really get used to the ones you've already got.
Yeah, I felt that way as well. Just like what we complained about in Devil May Cry 5.
Yep. Like, ideally, by the time you get to about the third to the halfway mark, you should have most of your skills and abilities. Or at least ones that aren't for, like, stage movement.
Like, the Let's Player who did Bayonetta 1 and 2 is much more eloquent in why she thinks Bayonetta 2 is worse.
Jenna Cyber?
What the fuck's her name? She only did Bayonetta 1 and 2.
Oh no, it's Counting Nightmare. Yeah.
No, Counting Nightmare did Devil May Cry.
Oh. Did you not do Bayonetta as well?
Nope. It was a different Let's Player who was also a woman from Australia who was unbelievably good at the game she was playing, the character action game she was playing.
Because those are the two Australian female Let's Players that I know who have done games like that.
Yep, and she like constantly gets asked like, "Are you a Counting Nightmare secretly?" And no, she's not.
Because it's actually Jenna Cyber's playthrough of Bloodborne convinced me to get a PS4.
Yeah. That's a good solid LP of Bloodborne.
The fact that there might be a third one is strange.
It certainly is.
3 female Australian LPs on Something Awful who both have the same niche. Like, what the hell, man?
Yep. It's their national export. Good Let's Players.
You know, I hear that's how, whatchamacallit from Birds of Prey got her breaking the movies by just being really good at Bayonetta.
Sounds about right.
Margot Robbie. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, he's dead. Hailed on 1,000 spikes.
Up out of that.
Yeah. No, he's fine. But he is covered visibly in impalement spikes, which is a good touch.
Gaming has gone downhill since 2004, in my opinion. I'd say probably... When did the PS3 and the 360 come out? Like 2008, 2009?
It was a little earlier than that. I think 2006 or 7.
Really? That early?
Yeah, they were definitely well available in 2008 because every single person I knew bought one in 2008, and they were pretty late to the party.
Now, whenever that was, because that's when game budgets started bloating and they stopped taking risks on weird games like they did with the PS2. Like, you would never get a game like Mr. Mosquito on the PS3 onwards.
Yeah, I mean, PS3 did have some weird niche games, but a lot of them were a little worse. And yeah, you didn't get like new franchises, you got weird outliers.
Yeah.
And much less frequently. The PS2s and PS1 especially were loaded with bizarre crap.
Oh yeah. I remember Yahtzee Croshaw saying that the PS2 was the last real time, the experimentalism was maybe not rewarded, but definitely indulged. And it's hard to disagree with them.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. You can still get, like, if you're Hideo Kojima, you can still do Death Stranding these days, but
Yeah,
you're literally the only person doing anything weird and interesting.
pretty
Which
much.
is disappointing. And you have a $10 trillion budget, which gives you a different flavor than when, like, Katamari Damacy was weird and
Yeah.
interesting.
I would love to see like Hideo Kojima doing something like 3D Dot Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
Because the game was originally filled with ridiculous numbers of references and jokes to begin with. With him on board, it would be like the movie references alone would be insane.
That was an incredibly beautiful volcano eruption.
One hit kill.
Yeah. That was all from a failed QTE. I missed the very last input because they made the window much smaller. And now I gotta not do that again. This boss fight has been very easy and clearly some kind of gimmick. Where they just want it to be all QTEs.
Kind of reminds me of one of the fights from Let It Die. One of the final bosses is a fight against a sumo wrestler, and it is annoying as hell.
Yeah. There's not a ton you can do with that gimmick. Sumo wrestling, getting people to the edge of the thing. Better be... Okay, I won that one. Now he should be dead. So yeah, that was a David Cage-ass boss fight.
Now, he's another guy who keeps getting huge budgets, and I have no idea why.
Kidding. People are beginning to see that the Emperor has no clothes as far as David Cage is concerned, because he's been an embarrassment for such a long time.
Yeah, I knew when Heavy Rain came out that he was full of shit.
Yep.
Because like anyone who watches any kind of murder mystery or anything knows that there's rules to a successful story along those lines, and he just breaks all of them within the first few minutes practically.
That thing someplace else, huh?
Heavy Rain was bullshit, but it was so pretentious that it appeared interesting. And now all of his games are nothing but pretension. They don't even have a good premise.
Don't worry. If I was gonna kill you, I'd do it
someone
right
who
out
thinks
here.
he's too good for games.
Look,
He
I'm
really
not
wants to be
contested,
like,
but if you don't hurry up,
on the
I am
same
gonna shoot
artistic
you.
level
Wait, no, I'm
as
sorry.
like
I'll go with
Kubrick or Polanski.
Yeah.
My name's Leo Falmont. I'm in my residency at Jefferson Central.
Like absolutely
Hospital's
terrible
ER,
people,
or
but their
was,
movie
I
craft
guess.
was you got to give
again.
them credit for
So
it.
what's your excuse?
It's true.
What?
Why are you still alive?
Also, that Desert Eagle looks
I-
pathetically tiny in his hands.
Yep.
They sprayed this whole damn place with a virus. If you're not a contestant, why didn't you get sick? Why the hell are you still
Isn't
alive?
his only good game Detroit? Try Indigo Prophecy / Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Really fun to sit around and make fun of it with
All
friends.
happened so fast.
Yeah, because I don't consider what is racism and why does it happen to robots exclusively to be a particularly good game.
Also, the fact that the robots can have, like, they have a big glowy thing that identifies them in the side of their heads, but they can just take that off and hide like a regular human.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Game's
beloved
incredibly
citizens
silly.
of Aragon City,
Then drinking coffee with Rift the entire game, just laughed at it
Oh,
for,
yeah.
what, 16 hours?
cut off all
Plot twists in it are
access to and
nonsensical.
from
They are just there to have a
Jefferson
plot
Planet.
twist.
Yep.
No one
It's
enters,
a hilarious
no
game.
one leaves. We have also disabled your cellular devices, phones, and all internet connections. All satellite signals from the island will be jammed. You are our captive audience.
It's very weird that they're caught by surprise by all this because Deathwatch supposedly happens every year. I mean, one of the commentators has won it before.
when lives
Several
are
times.
at
Yeah,
stake.
it's a known quantity, but people are still like
I
shocked.
challenge you to seize
Well,
the day,
Deathwatch.
redefine justice
It's like if the
in
Purge
your
happened every year, but no one remembered it. That guy's got
See,
a
I was
dump
gonna-
truck.
games
I was
begin.
going to say, whoa,
For
hello,
those of you who
someone
take
smuggling
one,
hams.
This is a game of survival.
I was going to say, like, Battle Royale, but everyone conveniently forgets it every year.
Yeah,
And your only
Which,
chance
actually,
if you
now
wish
that I
to
think
live
about it, they do.
exactly. Yeah, that literally is the plot of the first movie and probably most of the
You will not
sequels.
only win the right to live,
There's only one sequel, I've never actually seen it.
Right.
I've
Yeah,
heard it's really bad.
I have also heard it is very bad.
to participate
Yeah,
in
I
this
got a really nice. Our video put out a really nice
pick up
box
a
set
weapon,
for
a pipe,
Battle
a
Royale
knife,
a couple of years ago.
anything will
It has
You need to kill someone.
original theatrical and
Family
director's cuts
members
of
and
both
neighbors
movies.
are a convenient place
Never gotten
to
around to
begin.
watching Requiem.
Ah, yes. One more thing.
Wise.
We've dispersed a
But now we've talked about all my favorite Japanese movies, e.g. The Killer, Battle Royale.
Everyone infected, which is all of you.
You really need to see Tokyo Gore Police then.
I have seen Tokyo Gore Police.
Longer.
Oh well, never mind then.
Good for
You need
me.
to watch it again.
You need to see Gozu.
To participate in our
It's another Takashi Miike film, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a Miike.
One of his Yakuza ones.
Yeah. It's Yakuza, but it's also one of the most bizarre experimental films I've ever seen.
Yeah. I know that they did, like, he was basically told, right, you need to make a Yakuza movie, but we're going to give you a budget of like $25.
Right, and he said, I'll only do it if I can do literally whatever I want.
Yeah, so they were like, fine, as long as we get a movie at the end of it. Cool, remember, no takebacks.
game over.
That's a unique film.
Oh, yeah. I know of it by reputation. Same with the Dead or Alive
So who'd you
trilogy.
kill, Doc? A patient?
Interesting.
Damn it! I didn't kill anybody.
First one's a fairly straightforward Yakuza revenge movie.
I
Second
didn't
one gets a bit
develop symptoms
wacky.
because
Third one
I
is
took
full
the vaccine
sci-fi
they made.
bizarreness.
And I didn't
Right,
kill
yeah,
anyone
that's
to get it.
I've often heard it compared to Gozu. That's why it was
Yeah.
familiar to
I
me.
stole it from someone who had.
One of them, I think it's the second or the third one,
The
ends
virus
with the
got
two.
him before he was
The
able to take
same
it.
two lead actors are in it, but
Lucky
playing
day, isn't
different
it?
roles, and so like in one, one's the good guy, one's the bad guy, and then they swap for the second, and so on.
Fascinating.
And one of them ends with them literally ripping out their souls and firing them at each other like a kamehameha.
Oh yeah, and if
So,
you're still on the fence about
Guess we
Gozu,
trust the
that's
doc.
Japanese for cowhead,
If
and
you're
it is
Oh, yes.
literal.
who are you?
Yep, there is a
Some kind of
Minotaur in the
rescue
movie.
squad?
Yeah, no
There's gonna be
metaphors
rescue,
there.
right? Why haven't
No.
you sent anyone yet?
I think he was actually asked about it in an interview. They were like,
'Cause
so there's a
everyone's
lot
too
of
busy running around with their
metaphor and
heads up their
allegory
asses
in
to
the
do
film.
anything.
What about the Minotaur? And he's like, oh no, it's a
Cavalry
Minotaur.
ain't coming. The island's cut off completely. Spy satellites are
Takashi
jammed.
Miike is one of
All we
those
know on the outside is that
directors.
terrorist
You're
groups
never
taking
quite
over.
sure
Terrorists
when.
with
Like, you
lots
know
of
he's being
firepower
sarcastic and
and the
taking the
balls
piss. You're
to
just never
use it.
quite sure when.
So
Yep.
we're hostages.
Targets, more like it. If I were you, I'd go find myself a good hole to hide in.
What? You're not
It's been
gonna
an
get me out
appropriate
here?
video to talk about
Sorry, kid. I got
Japanese
things to
cinema so
take care
much.
I don't help people.
I
kill
can
them.
think of few other games that would lend themselves to the topic quite so easily.
Yeah, next time we'll have to prepare a bunch of gothic horror to talk about.
Good thing I've got a whole bunch of Hammer horror movies in my Blu-ray collection then.
Nice. As we are headed to the Mad Castle. God, the courtyard.
Oh, yeah.
I might practice this. This level is very hard.
Yeah, I remember it's got some very fun environmental kills.
Oh, totally.
Other than that, yeah, this whole section I do not remember at all.
I remember it vividly, and I love it a lot, and it's brutally difficult, so...
Other than a few choice things, pretty much the rest of the game is a blank right up until the end credits.
Well, it'll be fun to give you that refresher. But for now, we're free of MadWorld. Asian Town is behind us, and after I edit out that failed boss fight where I had to replay an entire level, it'll be a little shorter than the Varigan City level. So
There was a failed boss fight. I certainly wasn't there for that. I have no idea what you're talking. Whose shoes are these? Does anyone else smell toast?